Welcome to the station, crew. Enjoy your stay.
The cargo technician at Space Station 14 is tasked with managing the station's funds and resources. In order to manage those funds, we are going to make smart investments. In order to make those smart investments, we need to make some money, and we need to be able to actually have the ship here to make that money. At round start, the cargo ship will spawn somewhere out in space, and you need to fly it back to the station. Flying a ship is really easy. It's just WASD, and you can use spacebar to basically air brake. The cargo docks always have a very specific layout. They are staggered by one block in the middle, which you can't really see on a map. Evac and arrivals have a double layer of airlocks, so typically to just find cargo if you don't know where it is, you just look for two doors that are very close together. And to dock, you just line the squares up and click the dock button. This isn't really a ship piloting tutorial. Now that this is here, we can start selling things. So this is the cargo request console. It shows you all the things you could buy for the station. You don't really need to give a shit about that. The only thing that's important for cargo is spaceos and how many you are going to be making. There is the grand lottery, which you could buy for $10,000. As you can see, there is a dollar sign in the icon, and there is $3 on it, making it the best investment by far. Well, shit, how do we get $10,000? To get $10,000, we could expect salvage to do their job, but most likely salvage is going to die on the first expedition, or they're just never going to do their job in the first place. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a wrench, and we're going to go take a look around the station. That water canister is $500. That's not exactly how much we need, but what Nanotristan doesn't want you to know is that this shit is free. The faster we make $10,000, the faster we can invest. It's basically a race against time in order to make $10,000. Also, scan the cargo bay for things worth money. Look at that, $2,000 just sitting there on the floor. That could be reinvested for more money. Well, salvagers don't need fuel. Before you requisition the entire station to be invested into the big lottery scheme, it's always worth checking the cargo bounty console. Some of these are actually rather easy to complete. For example, getting 10 donuts is something I could do round start. Why? Because security starts with a shit ton of donuts, and if they're not willing to give it up, threaten them. Anyways, once they finally cough up the donuts, you need to put them in a box. It could be literally any box. We just need to put the label on it. So like this surgery crate will work just fine. Put the label on it just by left-clicking the label on the box. And we need to painstakingly load the 10 donuts into this. This is why there's a lot of cargo techs, is to make labor like this easier. Most cargo techs are probably just going to walk away after the first 5 minutes, so you might be doing this alone. But anyways, we just got to put 10 donuts in there. Double check there are 10 donuts. Yes, there are. And before the time runs out, anything that is on these cargo pallets will be sold. So in order to sell things, we just need to make sure they're on these cargo pallets, and then you come to the cargo shuttle console and simply just click the trading post. It will undock automatically and teleport to the trading post. Once this FTL travel is finished, you will get the bounty money and all the money of the things that you requisitioned. The moment you make $10,000, and it doesn't matter at any point, just the second you make $10,000, you immediately go to the grand lottery and just click OK and click approve. If you don't do it quick enough, your boss might throw a fit about your investment strategies. But once it's a completed order like this, there's nothing they can do about it. They just have to let it come. And to fly new goods back to the station, you just go back to the shuttle console once more and click Omega Station. And like before, you're just going to fly it right back to these doors, and your new goods will be on the shuttle. So as soon as the Grand Lottery gets here, drag it to the darkest corner of the cargo bay, because everything inside is yours. And once it's open, we need to investigate. We need to figure out if what we just did was a good purchase. Common encryption key is garbage. Hatchet, no good. No good. I like the shark toy, but that's not making us money. 30 gold ore. Now that's some bank. That's some bank. We're making a little bit of cash back. Safari hat. That's not really worth much. A chimp hand cannon. Not all that valuable. A bananium peel. What is it? What are you worth? Nothing. Garbage. Get out of here. We only got $500 back, but here we got a tritium canister, which is. Oh, look at that. This is why it's called investment banking. We got $4,000 in the box, and we got $10,000 in the canister. Now, I'm no mathematician, but making 40% profit in the span of 2 minutes is a pretty damn good deal. And now that we got the goods loaded up, first thing we do is just immediately back to the trading post. Don't bother taking any other orders, because we're just going to reinvest it. We're just going to keep making money. The station will thank you when you're a millionaire. So like an addict, the first thing you do is you go sit back down right at the cargo request computer. You want to make sure that no one else is around you. The quartermaster could be a little bitch about it, and he has a digital board. So if he's really sneaky about it, he might end up spending the money without you being able to do anything about it. But we'll be able to solve that problem sooner or later. There we go. Now we got 20,000. So immediately, before anyone can actually do anything about it, you immediately just buy as many as you can. There we go. 20k invested. Now we got to fly it back. After you just invested 30 or so thousand dollars, it's pretty high chance that the quartermaster is going to come up to you and threaten to fucking fire you. At this point, you can simply de-escalate the situation by gaslighting them. I wish they might do something stupid like admit that they saw you gambling the money away, investing. Hit them with the, I'm gonna Throngler your ass. At which point they're gonna ask, what the fuck is a Throngle? And say nothing, just laugh. So our second investment is here. You could just immediately scan the Grand Lottery and find out that I'm no loser. So that's another good Grand Lottery that's going to be reinvested immediately into another one. I'll open the third crate. And we have managed to get the Throngler. I don't need to explain the Throngler. Just go Throngle anyone who thought that the big lottery was a bad investment. The nice thing about the Throngler is that it's tax-free. No entity is going to attempt to tax you after you acquire the Throngler. If security dares take it from you, just remind them that they are indeed mortal. So that's basically the cargo technician explained. You may have to do some more research into Thronglenomics. I'm kind of an expert on the subject of the Throngle, so I can manage to get the Throngler in at least 3 or 4 investments. Sometimes takes 5 depending on the Throngle economy. But anyways, the Throngler is just a very, very powerful tax write-off. And due to that, you can basically do whatever the hell you want with it. And that's why cargo is the best job in the station, and that's why it's one of the most essential jobs in the station. We have successfully managed assets, and we have successfully managed inventory.